What's up, guys? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Happy Fed Day, Federal Reserve, FOMC Day. Guys, we've been talking about this for a while, that today was probably, an important day just because they're finally going to cut rates, and they did that. The Federal Reserve caved, Powell caved. The markets wanted that 50. Everybody at first, a month ago, was like 25, 25, 25. Then Powell caved, right? He caved to the pressures. He cut a 50, basically said, we're going to move another 50, and so on and so forth. They are projecting 8 rate cuts in the next, handful, 12 months or so. So, we're right back into the funny money business, probably by the middle of next year. So, hey, Powell caved, FOMC, here we go. So, the prevailing thought always is that when the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, the markets go through the moon. And, we did not have that today. We had a little bit more of a muted reaction. I would not call it necessarily bearish or bullish. It was just in the middle. And so when the Fed cut rates, we had the momentary spike, and then it just faded off. I shorted some puts, puts into the spike in the chat room, and I inevitably just covered for like a couple points here, and then I missed some of this bigger flush. But, we got a pop, a shakeout, pop, shakeout. We got the works there. But in the end, we ended up down by 0.4%. I wouldn't call that necessarily a huge crash or anything, or a sell the news kind of thing. We held at yesterday's lows. The algos were just coming on right as we got close to it and spiking us up. The action was actually very good. It was kind of fun to trade for those of you guys that like to do more of a scalpy McGee. So the reaction was muted. I wasn't expecting some big monster cock, run, but we had a little bit more muted reaction. The SPY also, right? But pretty much these are flat days for the most part. And so a lot of people may look at that and say, wow, we didn't run into the, post-Fed that's bearish. Well, it's not. Look, anytime you get this many days up in a row, and then you go into resistance, even if there's news, you get to kind of sell the news kind of event. And so we dropped a little bit. I wouldn't consider that anything. I would more say that we were extended and overbought, on a short-term basis. And so there wasn't really any juice left. Like, you're not going to have, guys, on the SPY, a 3% day, a 4% day, even a 2% day, if you're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. You're not going to, on day 8, have some MPC that just goes out of the blue. So, moral of the story is it was a muted reaction. It was to be expected for the most part. We were talking about this in even yesterday's video, that he's probably going 50. We held at the previous day's lows and the previous day's lows. So, overall, we are holding the structure of the market pretty good. Yes, we are having some trouble at these all-time highs. That's to be expected when you get extended. The good thing is, look, if you see measures of market breadth, for example, if you look at measures of market breadth, for example, you had market breadth has still been strong. You've had a considerable amount of breakouts the last few days compared to breakdowns. I think, overall, we've had a very, bullish kind of few days, and we deserve a little bit of a break. And there's a lot of individual setups showing. So if you look at, see how many stocks have been breaking out and making powerful moves today, I mean, it's quite a few. Look at all these, right? And that's with like minimum 1 million shares in volume. If you were just looking at stocks that say move like minimum 500,000 shares, you'd see a significantly amount more. So overall, the market's still holding up. Muted reaction today. Was it a surprise? No. Was it expected? No. It was just kind of in the middle, and that's okay. Let's go into the watch list and kind of go into the game plan for this coming thing. So I think the QQQs, the SPY, they could use a few more days, but we've been consolidating 4 days. I wouldn't even be surprised to see us ramp tomorrow or break down tomorrow. We're kind of in this box here, and we'll see like which way we go. I'd be shocked if we like broke down here, but even coming down a little bit and making a higher low again and tightening this up, I think that could be in the cards also. Same thing with the SPY. When you get this extended, sometimes you have to do what's called a double LUTSI, which is like you break you break the highs, but you're so overbought you can't hold. So then you break down under the MA, suck in the shorts, and then you ramp it back too. I think that's probably the most likely play that's going to happen here. But in the meantime, we have individual stocks that we can run roll with. SMTC, great breakout here. Test, test, test. 45 is your spot. Let's see what's up. It got resisted upon, but it's looking pretty good. Reddit had a nice push today. It's more of an IWM stock, but the nice test of resistance here. And guys, IPOs have all been breaking out. All the IPOs are breaking out. There's really, if the market goes to highs, there's no reason not to think that this Reddit doesn't take out the highs, just like every other IPO. I mean, there's been so many, just one after another going, right? It's not just Kava. There's 100 of these things that are all heating up. So why not this one too, right? Kava's got an IPO breakout sitting up here. 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests. You know, if it breaks out, stop loss under the 9. Hey, sugar. The dreaded $75 breakout on Uber. You know, people have been trying to get into the pants of this one for quite some time. Hold on, let me give my sugar a little kissy goodbye. Give me my love. Hold on. Give me my love. Give me my love. Give me my sugar. Feed who? Cole. Oh, bring him back. He's just walking in the parking lot. I didn't know. All right, sorry about that. Got to get my sugar from my woman. Now, 75. Test, 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 test. That's a good spot right there, too. This one's a tricky bastard. It's been testing this 75 for a while. I think probably now we're getting closer to the time. If it does, then you got a move to the 80 in the cards. Let's roll with it. FSLR, 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, 4 tests of resistance. You peaked, it perked up for a hot second, came back down. I don't like the close at all, but let's see. It might have been, so it was on day 3 of the move. So it may need like a little bit of a kind of a kick out and then a go. That happens a lot when you're kind of a little bit extended going into it. You'll get these kind of wicks, but it's still a good look. IoT, this is an earnings winner. You got 9 EMA right up under, curls for the girls. PCVX, nice flag over there. This app, I'm still looking for that kind of blow off on it, but I think we're going to get a short on this one. Let's see. It may double top tomorrow into this, and then I'll look to take this bad boy down. I've not tried even one short on it just yet, but I'm ready. And then if we get a weak open on this one, it closer to the 9, I think we add it into the dip and then preempt the breakout. I think this one, the volume accumulation on it, is indicating you can anticipate the breakout a little bit. So it's flagging, but rather than hitting at 21, which I will, if we got some level of back and fill, into this zone, I'd rather scoop it up and then kind of rip it that way. But it's still a good look. We got to be a part of this. We were all over this on the 18, and now this thing is rolling this way. Let's see what's going on. For you small cap lovers, you could probably play this APLT for tomorrow. You got a $9 in the cards. It's a turd, but small caps have been hot. There's no getting around it. The degenerates in my chat room are playing this today. I don't play it, but I love to watch. Right? And you got nice breakouts. Look at this kind of stuff, man. This stuff that dreams are made of. This has been one of the best years I've seen for these kind of turdy McGee's in quite some time. They're moving clean, and then, of course, they're fading up at the end of the day. But you do got this, 2 hours of glory that's been hanging out in some of these, right? Every single day there's a handful of these things, right? Zillow. Now that the cutting we know is going to get aggressive, any pull on this one, I want to add, I got a handful for a swing, but I don't like my entry, and so I want to kind of load in a few more on the dip and see if we can if we flag here or even come back anywhere above this zone, I want to add a few more of this bad boy. It's got a good look to it, but I think it's just got a lot more upside on this. If you look at the chart, look at this thing, right? This level of base. I want to add a few more to this if I can get a flag or a dip on this thing. It held up 3% today. Dude, we want to be in this name. If the Fed's going to be going 50, 50, 50s, and we all know the economy's a little bit slow. So if we're going 50, 50, 50s, let's get up. Let's get up in the kitchen on these bad boys and get ourselves a little bit of Zillow. If the market breaks out, guys, you know, of course, day trading is what we do, but you always want to have a couple swing trades going. You want to hold, you know, in case you get gaps, and you have these stocks that are running 5-10 days. You got to make sure you get in and have your longer term portfolios, your IRAs, invested in some good stocks, you know, and we'll roll with that. Guys, smash that like button. Tell me how beautiful I am. Tell me it's okay to be bald and hairy and, you know, voluptuous, because I need that affirmation, my friends. I need that affirmation. Give me the love. Give me the love. I love you guys. Peace.